Right guys, so welcome back to block 3 and we're moving on now to day 1, which is your specific press day. Now weights are probably moving up now, so you're getting the loadage is getting heavier or poundage is getting heavier, and as a result I'm now going to start to think about movement prep that takes into consideration your whole body. So for your log press, which is the basis of your specific press day, we're now going to spend a little bit of time working through the lower limb. We're going to spend a little bit of time working through the middle back, the thoracic spine, and obviously warming up the shoulders. So piece number 1, we're going to start thinking about opening up our hips. So this is your frog stretch. Now generally speaking, before you lift, I wouldn't advise holding static stretches for periods of time, because there's some evidence that suggests that static stretching reduces power output and strength output. And the name of the game when we go into our specific press is strength and power. So on this one, we're going to oscillate in and out of the position. So adopting an all-four position, turning your feet out, so trying to get the sides of the feet, the inside of your feet as close to the floor as you can, and then we're going to rock backwards and forwards. So this is your frog stretch. Now you're going to hold each position for about 3 to 5 seconds before coming out of there, and I would repeat that 2 lots of 6 reps, holding each one for 3 to 5 seconds. So piece number 2, this is your hip flexor stretch. We're going to open the front of your hips. Now we could ban this, but to be honest with you, I want you to move in quick succession from one movement to the next. So rather than fagging around with a band, we're just going to literally go from frog stretch into our hip flexor stretch. Now, things to think about: try and avoid the temptation to overextend through your spine, try and keep your rib cage down, and try and move backwards and forwards, again in that small oscillatory movements, holding each position for about 3 to 5 seconds before repeating on the other side. So we're going to do 2 rounds, 6 reps, holding each one for 3 to 5 seconds, and that's your hip flexor stretch. Right, so next piece, we're now going to start to open up and warm up your scapula and the sort of posterior part of your shoulder. So these are lift ups, lift offs. So starting position. So 2 rounds, 6 reps, holding each one between 3 and 5 seconds. Next piece. And again, 2 rounds, 6 reps, holding each one between 3 and 5 seconds. That's piece number 3. So we're now going to move on to piece number 4, which is all about opening up the middle of your back, your thoracic spine, and stretching out your lats to give you that good overhead position. So grabbing a dowel, grabbing a straight bar if you've got that pull down bar, I don't know, PVC pipe, anything that you might have available in the gym. You could use a TheraBand, a resistance band, between the hands and try and physically pull it apart. What we're doing here is we're going to sink back onto our heels. We're going to try and bring the arms over the top of the head and try and imagine dropping our chest as low to the floor as we can. Release, dropping down, sinking back as far as you can onto the heels to open up the lats, dropping your chest towards the floor to open up the middle back, and then bringing those hands over the top of the head. Same rules apply. We're going to do 2 rounds, 6 reps, holding each one for between 3 and 5 seconds. That's piece number 4. Right, so piece number 5, we're now going to think about opening up and warming up the rear delts, the back of the shoulder. So these are a lat raise with external rotation. So if you watch my hand and my shoulder, so you've got your lat raise, and then I'm turning the hand or the shoulder back into external rotation to really open up that shoulder joint. 2 rounds, 6 reps, no hold on this one, and then repeat on the other side. Right, so your final piece, piece number 6, is overhead into external rotation. So resistance bands, reasonable amount of tension on the resistance band, and then from there we're going up and we're going back into external rotation. So it's almost like your Y part of your YT3 face pull. 2 rounds, 6 reps, and again, no hold, no pause, just moving smoothly from one position to the next. And that's your final piece, piece number 6.